Welcome Pisces, this is your July 13th to July 19th forecast, and for you we have two transits that are going to be highlighted this week, and that is going to be the moon conjunct Neptune in Aries on July 16th, and then also on July 17th the last quarter moon in Aries. So both of these are going to highlight your spiritual growth and development. So oh my goodness, that's so crazy that the beginnings card comes out, because that is exactly what you're being guided to do this reset and to set new intentions. So it's going to be a period of emotional and intuitive clarity, and it's going to really offer you this chance to release things. So engage in any type of cleansing work that you do, any rituals that you do, and then allow yourself to identify your next intention. Okay, so we have the sun in reverse here. So why is that? So we do have these new beginnings showing up for you. Okay, so you are really being called to gain that introspection, and that is going to be the catalyst that helps you to move forward and to decide what's next for you, and decide like who this new chapter and version of you is going to be. So definitely take those moments of introspection, and like we talked about, if you do have any cleansing rituals that you do, absolutely do those things, because again, it's going to lead to greater clarity for you, and it's going to make you truly feel like you are resetting things and you are starting over and having that new beginning. So I do look at some obstacles here. And we do have the Five of Wands. What else? We have Innocence. Or I'm sorry, Six of Cups. And then we also have the Empress here. Okay. So it's so important for you to be able, as a part of this process, gaining that introspection will likely lead to you identifying some things that you can let go of and you can release as well. So as those things come up, as you find yourself like rebuilding the past and giving it energy, really take those moments to decide, why are you doing it? What is it that you need to experience at that time? What is it that you need to know? Because a lot of times it may be more comfortable for you to stay in that comfort zone and rebuilding the past, because you don't want to explore what's next and explore what's new for you. So really consider if that is potentially why you're doing it, because I'm hearing for some of you that's why. For others of you, it may be just about like nostalgia and wanting to go back to that period, and maybe wanting to have the opportunity to redo some things. And as we are having this human experience, we know that we can, go back in time here as a part of this timeline or experience that we have right now. However, you can learn your lessons from that, identify what you were to learn from those things, and you can take that with you as you start new chapters and you have new beginnings here. So again, do whatever practices you need to do to allow yourself to let go. And like you may be in competition with yourself here and really fighting yourself, because you know what is best for you is to move forward and open those new chapters and let those people, places, things, organizations, structures, expectations, requirements, whatever it is that doesn't align with who you are, that wasn't working out, there was a reason for that. There's a reason why things dissolve and they go away and they dissipate, and you have that conflict there that keeps swirling around in a cycle, because it's teaching you something, it's telling you something, and you gaining that introspection and understanding the lessons that you were learning from that is part of the process of you being able to move on to better and greater things and more abundance and more blessings and opportunities that are available and can come to you, because you're open to it, because you have that space now to accept in new, awesome, amazing, wonderful things. Okay, so what else? Where else do I want to go? Let's look at underlying. Okay, your independence. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like, I don't know why, I'm really feeling like for some of you, this may be a romantic situation that you're trying to let go of or hold on to. And I mean, it's coming out here very clearly that we have independence here, and that doesn't mean that, you know, oh, just break up with your person or just drop your person. It doesn't mean that. It means that you have everything that you need within you already. So anyone that's coming into your energy, anyone that you're connecting with, should at least be at that level and understand those things about their self, so that then you can continue to explore yourselves individually and also explore yourselves together. But if this person is like down here, they're not quite at the level of which you are, and that doesn't mean that it's bad or they're a bad person. It just means that they maybe haven't advanced as far in their process as you have. Then you need to decide if that is something that aligns with you, because as people come into your life, they can be a lesson, or it could be, you know, something that they're meant to teach you, or something that you're meant to teach them. So depending on which side it is, and obviously you can teach each other things, but I can't remember the quote of what I was trying to say there, so I butchered it. But basically it's like, look, as these individuals come into your space, you are defining what they're contributing and how you react to that. And just know that in some cases there may be a situation where, like, you're supposed to be learning some things so that you can move on and connect with the person that is right for you. And it could also be that there's still some things that you're learning as a part of this process, and, you know, they can help you with that. Or you were just supposed to show them how things work and how it truly is, and how you love someone, or what other partners may need from them, so that they can continue to work on themselves and allow themselves to grow and advance and connect with the right individual for them. Okay, so hopefully I'm explaining this independence here as best I can, but I feel like for you, this is, as we're looking at sort of underlying issues, you may just have this fear of not wanting to be alone, quite simply. And I probably should have just said that, because that's what I was hearing, but I tried to explain it out, and hopefully you can gain, again, some introspection from just understanding that, you know, we don't own anyone. Everyone has free will, and if it's not aligned with you and it's dissipating, it's going away, then that means that there's better for you. There's more for you, and there's better for you. And if you need to take this moment in time to get yourself healed, get yourself back to that whole complete state, that is requiring you going within. No one else can do that for you. So that ties back into the independence here. So I probably should have just said that from the beginning, but, you know, I'm channeling, so it's coming out rambling a little bit. So, all right, let's move to the beliefs and goals here. Okay, so you may be feeling like things can change, and even if we are just talking about this person here, or some difficulties that you're having with a partner, or your working environment, others, you may be expecting them to change, and you may be holding out, or you may be sticking around because you're thinking that that is going to happen here at some point. But for that to happen, it's going to really, really require like a lot of divine intervention here, and you basically shifting and changing your entire plan here of why you came here. So I just be very, very clear in what you're expecting and what you're asking for. Because again, we do have free will here, and you may be receiving things and having blessings in abundance come to you, and you're not necessarily seeing it because you're still stuck on the past. Okay, because you think that there's going to be some sort of change in a situation or a person or a predicament, when this is really about you learning those lessons and applying what you've learned to new experiences. Okay. All right, what else? Let's see. Let's get an oracle here. So remember, many of the clouds casting shadows aren't real. And what else? Don't spend too much time in despair. Move through the emotions and release it. That's very relevant here to what we're speaking about here. And I feel like this is a really strong message that this is a blessing in disguise for you, okay? So if you're able to persevere through this process, then in time you are going to find that that is absolutely true and that is absolutely the case. And I feel like some of you already know this, so I'm being corrected here because I'm hearing like, no, you already know this. You know what it is. You know the path that you're being guided toward. You know the path that your higher self is wanting you to take. And, that's never going to be something that is, very loud. It's going to be like very soft, very flowing. It's going to feel a little natural. But you're being guided down a particular path. And the only way that it doesn't flow is if you create resistance here. So this would be your doubt, your fears, you holding on to the past, you trying to force a specific outcome, you trying to force someone or a situation or circumstance to change when it's time to let it go, process it, understand the lessons, and let it go. Okay. What else? Let's move to the mask that you're wearing here. And we have leadership, we have King of Wands. So I feel like some of you are trying so hard to be loyal to this situation, this circumstance, this environment here, because again, you're thinking that it's going to change. Okay, so things are happening for a very specific reason. So it could also be that you need to focus on that and understand like what is happening. And that is a part of that gaining introspection process. You truly clearly seeing what's happening here, why it happened, what you were to learn from that, and allow you to move forward here. Okay, so you may also be just presenting things in a way that is, I'm not going to say like untruthful, but it could be like very dreamy, very like, well, I have accomplished these things. I've done so much and I'm so happy and there's no issues. When you are working through these things, you are gaining introspection, you are healing yourself as a part of this process. So and it is difficult to be vulnerable and to share your vulnerability with others, so I do understand that, and I don't feel like you should do excuse me, anything that doesn't make you comfortable, it doesn't make you feel good when you think about it. But if there is any opportunity for you to be more vulnerable, for you to be more honest, and share with others as a leader so they can see the things that you are going through, because you are being viewed as a leader in some sort of sense of the word, whether it's within your family, at your employment, within your, you may be an entrepreneur in some way. So even it doesn't have to be a title here. You just are looked at and viewed at as someone of authority and power here. So as a leader, you have that responsibility to be transparent, to be open, to be honest, and you can do that to the level that you feel comfortable with. Okay? So this is really calling on you're being a leader, you're showing that out into the community. Now, a leader goes through different things and they communicate and they talk honestly and openly about that. Again, to the level that you feel comfortable, but your story will inspire others. It will help others. It will allow others to understand that they're not alone. They do have and see you being successful and working through things and working out things and getting back on after you've encountered any setbacks. They see you progressing along your path and it's inspiring to them. Okay. You may also be appearing to be like very loyal to a situation that's just not working here. So you may be viewed in a sense, if you're not stepping into your leadership, your power, then you may be viewed as someone that is not able to let go here, who sort of struggles to process things that are happening, who is staying in the past and not moving forward. Okay. And I'm only bringing this up because, I always say, like, what others think of you is none of your concern. But I am bringing this up because of this position of authority that you are in. You are here to inspire others in some way. So this is how they're viewing and seeing you in some cases. Okay. So just be aware of that and know what it is, so you can adjust that, you can change that, you can, again, be vulnerable if you want to be vulnerable, open yourself up a little more, make decisions for the collective and the entire good, and I'm seeing specifically by that for your children, for your family, because it may be necessary for them to see you being strong and moving on and processing things and being open and honest about anything that's happened or any setback that's occurred, and them see you heal yourself and see you in that healing process. Again, inspiration to others. All right. So let's see here. What else do we have? Let's look at your external environment here. The High Priestess. Yeah. So there are many opportunities for abundance and blessings around you, and it's time for you to open yourself up to that. Let these cycles close. Let the things that are going away go away, so that you can continue to heal, step into this power and authority that you do have, your sovereignty, and you can open yourself up to your connection with Source, with your higher self, and you can receive those messages, those downloads, those activations, and you can continue to grow and elevate yourself. So we also have the Queen of Pentacles with nurturing. Yeah, so this is, I'm seeing like this king and queen and leader type of energy. So it's very clear who you are. I'm also feeling like the Magician is very prominent here. So it may come out here. We'll see. But this is like you having all the tools, having all the talent, all the gifts, all the abilities, that's psychic understanding, that intuitive understanding, that's very strong here. But again, it's about you trying to force specific outcomes and situations to occur that is sort of cycling, it's replaying, it's looping. So it's time for you to nurture yourself, heal yourself, and move on. Okay, so let's see here. Let's move to advice. Trying to figure out where I want to go. You know what? I'm going to go here. I keep looking at that. So we have community of humanity. You are loved and appreciated by the people in your life. Say, I give the love I want to receive in faith. I send my love out, knowing that in time I will receive it back. Wonderful. Again, knowing and trusting in who you are, how powerful you are, how strong you are, how unconditionally loving you are, and that is what you represent, that is who you are, and give that out. And the right person, the right partner, the right soul family, the right connections for you will come back to you. Okay? So this is really about you focusing on you and expanding your consciousness, expanding your frequency, elevating your spirituality, and then allowing that to radiate out into the collective, and trusting that the right things, the right energy, the right people will come back to you. Okay, so what else? Let's get another one here. So we have beauty. All right. Okay. Interesting. So I feel like this is a strong message here as well, because the romantic side crept in a little bit. So this is very clear that seeking approval or gazes from others is not important. And this is also stating that You seek to define yourself in full and not just by your appearance. Your beauty is prominent when you're living carefree and happy and being unconcerned with others' approval. Wonderful. That's a really great message here, because I feel like you have some sort of responsibility, and this is that you've defined and identified as part of your blueprint, your map, of the things that you came here to do, to support others in some way. And that could be, again, just being that inspiration and allowing them to see how you've processed things and how you've overcome obstacles and become successful. So really getting back to what is truly, truly, truly important is what you're being guided to do here. Okay, so that brings us full circle to that resetting and allowing those cycles to close and new chapters to open. Wonderful. So we also have the Emperor here. It's like, yeah, you are just coming out like very, very strongly here. So it is time for you to gain that introspection, to complete that healing process and move forward based off of the knowledge and the wisdom that you have at this time, because it is enough. You have everything that you need to move on. Okay, so it's up to you to trust in that, to know that, to go within and connect and give yourself, excuse me, anything that you are seeking externally or anything that you feel like you don't have. It's time to explore those things so that you can continue on your path. Okay, Pisces, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful week.